Welcome to the Bridging the Generation podcast. I am your host, Malak Arif, and today I got another special guest. But look, before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like button. Please subscribe, please share, comment down below. Let's get this engagement up. It is very, very important for this YouTube algorithm, and I would definitely appreciate that. And I'm going to give you guys a second to go ahead and knock that out right now. All right, let's go. Let's get into it again. I'm your host, Malak Arif, and you are watching Bridging the Generation podcast. Now today, I have one of my favorite MCs out of the DMV area. This brother is 1/3 member of one of my favorite groups in the hip hop, especially out of the DMV area, and I'm talking about the supergroup Diamond District. He came in the game working with guys like Kenny Burns, who A&R'd his first two projects. He's collaborated with artists such as Wale, UCB, Odyssey, AP the Pro. I mean, the list goes on. Another thing I love about this brother is he has been able to carve out his own niche in this lane of hip hop, staying relevant, and he's fresh off his newly released project Culture Over Corporate 3, which is out right now, available on all streaming platforms. With all that said, let's introduce to the Bridging the Generation podcast, the one, the only, Uptown X.O. Let's go. Bridging the Generation podcast. I am your host, Malak Arif, and today I have another hip-hop legend in my eyes, man. This brother has been putting it down in the game for 15 plus years, 1/3 of supergroup Diamond District. I'm talking about the one, the only, Uptown's finest, Mr. Uptown X.O. What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Nah, man, I'm cooling, man. It's great to have you on, man. Great to have you on, brother.
Glad to be here.
I see you got one of them things lit up, man. Hey, we in the city, man. It's now I notice, man. Like I moved back home, man. It's like we got dispensaries everywhere, man. A lot has changed.
Yeah, yeah. I don't subscribe to the dispensaries, but yeah, a lot has changed.
Okay, we gonna get into all that. Man. Okay, so first of all, man, I would like to ask, man, how have you been maintaining, man, with this entire pandemic? How have you been able to, persevere, man? It's been a crazy time, man, but here you are, releasing a new project. We're gonna get into that. But I want to know, how have you been persevering during this entire time, brother?
I've been good. I've been persevering good, man. I'm blessed.
You said you blessed. Okay, all right, man. Because it's a lot of artists, man. A lot of artists been hit hard. A lot of them been struggling, man. And I understand. I'm not knocking anybody that haven't been able to maintain whatever momentum they have, man. But one thing about you, man, I don't know how you move, but it seemed like whatever team you got behind you, man, you're finding ways to be relevant, man. You continue to find new ways to reinvent yourself and new ways to be to be relevant, man. So talk about that a little bit, man. Come on, talk your shit, man.
Yeah. Man, I guess
fuck all that humility, man. Come on, talk your shit, man. I've been listening to this catalog for the past 3 days, man. Brother, yeah. We about to go in, man. Talk your shit, man. Come on. Shit.
Yeah.
Don't have me. Hey, don't have. So you got me dropping the light and shit, man. Don't have me go ahead and carry this motherfucker, man. Shit. I'm just fucking with you, man. But nah, go ahead, man. Talk a little bit about that though.
I mean, like, it's just me and like two of my homies, and we just strategize together, and a lot of these things was like premeditated years prior.
What you mean? Break that down.
everybody's just seeing the rollout. Basically, like the strategy with the culture of a corporate, but to like do something like a clothing line. So a lot of these things was like prepared a year before, and then we made the rollout. Like, okay, this is fall 2020 with culture over corporate. I mean, the winter collection or the winter line,
Right.
2020 with culture over corporate, and then we came with the Kev Brown joint, which was like in the middle of the year. What was that? April. So that was like the spring collection. You know what I'm saying? And now this is the summer collection. We dropped in the summer. You know what I'm saying?
So look, so come on. I was gonna save this to later, but shit, since we diving right in it, man. You know, like I said, you recently just started the culture of a corporate you know, this movement, man. So again, how did you come about that, and you know, what was the inspiration behind it?
It was a collective. A couple of my homies was like, "Yo, you need to like get back doing your thing." You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess 2017 after the Elu wave, me and my brother Lean Bilal, who produced the Color de Grey, we formed a group called Elu. Everybody ain't like us. Right. Everybody like you. You know what I'm saying? And just to have something to brand, you know, it's like and give something to the people more than just music.
Right.
Like my first try at that, and it went very well. Like getting a whole new demographic, even with the new sound that we was experimenting with, and then basically after the meeting with the homies, I was like, I need to just do that for myself too. You know what I'm saying? And came up with the culture of a corporate brand, and it's like another brand that like it's about empowerment, just like the Elu brand. Like us, everybody ain't like you. So that's individualistic empowerment. But now, culture of a corporate is like community empowerment. Gotcha. It's like, you know, everything. You're gonna see me, and there's always gonna be a local brand. I'm always gonna be patronized.
I noticed that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just supporting us. So that's like the culture of a corporate mentality. You know what I'm saying? And I promote a mentality through the music, since it's like we've been unconsciously supporting it, right? You know what I mean? Unconsciously though.
No. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Like I said, man, I love the movement. I've been following you, like I said, man, since 2009, 2010. Yeah. So I've seen the growth, man. And when I see brothers from my city, man, continue to you know, build that momentum, because you know, coming from here, man, it's not as easy as I would say like from other areas, man. This region has it's a crab in a barrel mentality. I hate to say that. I don't want to, you know, hop on that too long. So when I see brothers like you, man, you know, pushing through, man, that's something that, you know, someone such as myself, man, who's a fan of the culture, I gotta applaud that, brother.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. For real.
No doubt. So look, you know, the country opening up, man. Are you ready to get back to performing? You know,
definitely. I got some shows coming up that we gonna announce soon. Yeah, but yeah, we had a momentum going before the pandemic hit, and we just had to stop it. But you know, we just going with the merch and stuff like that, and with the clothes, and just keeping the movement going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit came out of nowhere, man. I remember the first time, you know, I think I seen something on Hip Hop DX, and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. So I checked it out. I was like, okay, it's an EP, but it's fire though. It's like it's you know, one thing about EPs, man, because I'm not like a long album. I don't like albums to be like 15, 16 songs, man. So when you released those 5 or 6 songs, I was like, this is something that's easily digestible, and it also leaves you really no room for error. And this was also something that was different than what I've normally been accustomed to receiving from you, because you normally release 4-left projects, man. So, you know, what was the you know, what was the intention? Was that the intention? Just, you know, talk about that a little bit.
Culture over corporate, just making sure that it's like, all right, visually, when you see me visually, I'm representing, and when you hear me, you're gonna hear me representing as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see Odyssey, Kev Brown, Drew Dave, like producer pioneers
Yeah.
from the area. You know what I'm saying? That
No doubt, no doubt.
more light shed on them. You know what I mean? Versus like I guess the people that everybody know already. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So because this is the type of music that I make and the type of music that we make, it's like different from all of the other types of music. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Like, you know, we got the trap shit that's most popular. You know what I mean?
Oh, we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about
Yeah.
that.
And it's like the corporations, they popularize things, which some of the things that they popularize end up having a negative connotation. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just coming with on the opposite side of the spectrum and coming with some positivity, you know what I'm saying? And still some street grittiness that they can relate to, because you know, we from the gutter, so I gotta represent for the hood.
No doubt.
But I wanna throw some intelligence in there, you know what I'm saying, to make it blend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, no doubt, man. So look, we about to go back, man. I want to really talk about your story because it's a very interesting story, and you know, I don't feel like light has been shed on it the way I feel it deserved to be. You know, as far as like, you know, let's really going into this brother's catalog and his background. So let's start, man. You got the name Uptown X.O, man. Talk about that. What is that? You know, to the fans who's not privy to who Uptown X.O is. Talk about the name and, you know, how did that originate? How did that come about?
Well, when I was young, my nickname was X because like I kept a bald head and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was
Mm-hmm.
BMX shit, like real rough and rugged job, like, you know what I'm saying? So my X. And then that ended up like being my nickname. And then one of my homies was like, "Yo, you should call yourself BX," or like coming up with acronyms to give myself a name. Because he was like, "Nigga, you gotta have your own like identity and shit. You
Right.
can't be like a nigga, you know, rest in peace DMX, but you can't
Yeah.
be like." So
Mm.
came up with the acronym XO, unknown origin, um, because it's like the unpredictability factor. You know what I'm saying? I don't never want to be predictable. I don't want people to know where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You know, even in fighting, when you're doing that and you hit
Uh-huh.
that unpredictable blow, that's your
Mm.
out punch. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
I, I,
Got you.
I want to keep that mindset when I'm attacking something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm attacking a beat, I'm trying to keep that mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so look, let's go back, man. Again, like when did your interest you know, in hip hop begin? Because, you know, coming from DC, man, you know, let's be honest, man, and a lot of people may not know this, like hip hop when we were younger. I know I'm a little bit older than you, but I'm pretty sure you remember like hip hop in DC wasn't as big as it was in other regions. So when did you get into it, and you know, how did you go about settling as far as like, you know, developing your own signature style? Because you got a very fluid, a very transparent style, man, a very unique style. So talk about that, man.
I first got influenced doing music, I guess early teens. One of my fathers was working for like Priority Records, and um he even like propositioned us to rap, and that was like my first like try at it. And then
Mm,
later on, uh, I was in high school, and I was writing, and like, you know, still writing, I guess, from that inspiration. And then like
no doubt.
later, um, I had cafeteria duty, and the only guys that'd be the last ones leaving out the cafeteria will always be like these rappers, and they was in a cipher.
Right.
They be trying to finish up their cipher before like you really gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So early
Right.
stuff, they trying to finish up the cipher. The beats, somebody still beatboxing. I'm picking up trash from people's tables and shit. I'm like, oh shit. So I just jumped in the cipher one day and met those dudes that actually was doing that and got with them. Same
Mm.
dude that I met Dosey Capone at. You know what I'm saying? Which
Now, aren't you guys cousins or related?
well, that's what we used to call, you know what I mean? That's what we used to call it, but not in real life. Not for real.
Okay.
Just call each other that, you know what I mean? That's still like
Okay.
family though, you know what I mean?
Family. Go
We used
ahead. Go ahead.
look out for each other like family. So we, just roll with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like a brother. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
I was just talking to him a couple of, a matter of fact, maybe 2 days ago, man. And I was like, man, when you guys collab, man, shit, man,
magic,
it's magic, brother.
Eternal, you know what I mean? So, those definitely more like a brother. You know what I mean? But we just call each other cuz, because that's like how much love we got for each other. You know what I mean? That's my nigga.
No
But so like Doe wasn't even rapping. He wasn't even known for rapping back then. He was known for like making clothes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was rapping until after.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I met back up with him again in the neighborhood we was living at called Spring Hill Lake. You know what I mean? But taking it back though to Lowell High School, I remember just getting with them dudes, and then when I moved, because I got kicked out of Lowell, that was like the first like.
Oh, you went to Lowell?
Yeah, I went to Lowell High School. That's like the first I moved to when I like moved out the city or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mother wanted better for me. I wasn't doing good. I was too popular, and it was like the more popular, the worse I was doing in school.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I went from Alicedale to Lowell High School, and
damn, you was over there by Wilson.
Exactly. I went to school over there, and then went to Law. Then got kicked out of Law. Then went to Roosevelt in Greenbelt. So then Doe moved over, and so after I graduated high school, I linked up with him. We started hitting up open mics and stuff like that. And
that's what's up.
But I was still keeping in contact with the old crew from our Law, and I used to get beats from them, and I put a karaoke machine and started like making my own, recording myself on the karaoke machine with 2 tapes, making my own. I would get the beats from my mind, and then I put the beats in the CD player, and then I would record it on tape. You know what I'm saying? So I had my own tapes back in the day.
So let me talk about this. So like, when did this confidence come? When did you really start to take this shit seriously? Like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way in, man. This is something that I'm really good at. You know, did this confidence come within, or did this confidence come from your peers? How did that play out?
This years being in the lyrical gym, man. Like I said, when I met those guys, man, they was battling and ciphering. So we used to just do that all the time. And we battle. Sometimes we fought after the battle and all that type of serious thing. And then that really propelled me as a lyricist for real. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I better and better and better. And they would tell me. So it was from my peers, and then from the things that I was doing and the recognition that I was getting, especially at Roosevelt, because at Roosevelt it was like I was kind of established, and then I got with another crew called Hoodlum. They was rapping, and those are the guys that crew is where I was going into the city down U Street at the open mics when we was like, man.
I remember seeing you when I came. That was around the first times I remember seeing you. This is maybe like around 2005. And you had the short haircut. You was skinny as shit, man. It's like 04 or 05, man. I was just getting out of the military, man. And I said, oh, when you guys dropped the first Diamond District project, because that's when I got hip. I had to go back to your catalog before it. I was like, oh shit, that's my man from U Street. And I don't know if you was going by that same name. I think you was going by another name at that time, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was X.O.
Okay, it was X.O. Okay, all right.
Uptown X.O. So then when X.O, I came up with X.O, and then like all these other X.Os start popping out of nowhere. People from Canada and coast. So the Uptown was just to make the distinction. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me. No doubt. So look, a lot of people may not know this, man, but you gotta your background and your family background in music is very interesting. So let's talk about this, man. You got a grandfather that managed the session group, the Young Senators. Folks who may not know the Young Senators was like a huge session instrumentalist group. They backed up Eddie Kendricks. They backed up a lot of artists that came through DC. Your pops is a jazz drummer who once played with the legendary Gil Scott Heron, and
Yeah.
your mom's played the saxophone here in DC, studied saxophone here at Howard University. So talk about that. And she performed with the Washington, well, can we say that name? The Washington football team.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, Washington football team all day, all day. So look, talk about that, man. Like, how have those influences, man, like shape your career, man, and shape, like, you know, have that been like an inspiration to you as far as, like, you know, really pushing this thing forward, man?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, definitely. Being around all that, I soaked up all that game, and yeah, it's like
Come on, talk. Let's go a little in depth, man, because those are heavy hitters, man. We talk about Gil Scott Heron. We talk about the young senators, man. Like, I could only imagine just being influenced just by one of those entities, man, as far as like your relatives, man, is enough to have anybody who's into music, man, to really want to like follow through. But here you are, you know, grandpa, your pops, and your mom. So, you know, when I think about that, man, I don't want to say you have an edge on a lot of people, man, but I listen to your music. I'm like, okay, I see where the soul comes from, man. I see where a lot of, you know, the lyricism, I see where a lot of the content comes from, man. And I really feel that more people should know this about you, man, because when I listen to these projects, I'm gonna be honest, and this ain't no dick riding or nothing like that. Okay. And I hate to even say that term, but I'm being realistic. You can put these projects up against the best guys in this particular lane.
Yeah.
Kendrick. There's no duds, man. There's no duds, man. So talk about that, man. Like, just seeing, you know, like, that's crazy, man. Like, a lot of people didn't know that. I just found this stuff out like last month.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing, man. And because the old stuff is still new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I remember doing shows with Kendrick, doing shows with J. Cole. J. Cole coming up to me, introducing this man to me, like, yeah, this X.O, this the hottest nigga out the city, man. So they know Odyssey and J. Cole and did stuff with J. Cole and Kendrick and did stuff with Odyssey and all that. Right. So
I've seen, like I said, man, I remember, I think it was maybe like 6-7 years ago, man. I think I remember seeing you with Kendrick, seeing you with Nipsey.
Definitely,
you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. What was that? How did you end up meeting those guys, man? You know, was that here in the city, or was that over on the West Coast?
That was, man. I did a show with Kendrick here in the city, and we linked up New York at the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, and then with J. Cole, some of his first shows I was on with Wale, because, you know, I used to work with Wale, like right after high school. So that was like 2005 when, around the time I met you, I was working with Wale too. Right at the time, you know what I'm saying? So if you remember, he was buzzing crazy back then. So really through Wale, I met J. Cole early, way early.
Okay.
My dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So look, let's fast forward a little bit, man. We'll keep it moving. So I remember in 2009, 2010, you linked up with like the legendary, you know, local hero, man, entertainment industry executive, the one, the only, Mr. Kenny Burns, man. And, you know, he A&R'd them first two projects. Now, to my knowledge, those are the first two projects that I know of, you know, 110 and Monumental. I don't know if you had any music before then. So yeah, man. So, you know, hold on, time out. You said you did?
Yeah, you gotta tap in. It's on my Bandcamp though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta put them joints out.
Right? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. So I know a lot of your catalog, but I go back to 110. I go back to, like I said, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna cap on here. I go back to like 2009. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So fill me in, man, and let me know what I need to, you know, to catch up on. Because I thought anything from 2009 on up, I've heard it at least about 3 or 4 times. Everything. You know, so let's talk about that, man. You know, you linked up with Kenny Burns. Yeah. So what was that experience like working with the OG, and talk about the you know, like the vision early on?
Well, I was buzzing, and Wale introduced me to a producer that they was working with on Studio 43. The label Burns had going at that time. His name was Judah. So I go over there with Wale one day, and he was doing a song riding that black jump, looking for some action.
I remember that.
And that's when I met Judah. Then I ended up doing a whole project with Judah, actually.
Okay.
Man, this XO right here with the YP, that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Wale changed a lot back in the day. And me and Judah did the project, and that dream was buzzing, you know what I'm saying? And Judah told me to come to this party with him, and that's when I met Kenny Burns and I met AB. You know what I'm saying? So I met Kenny Burns and met AB, but then AB was like, you know, more accessible and more like around like my age group, and he was around, he was outside, and I had the open mic. I had the open mic that I started at that around that same time.
Gotcha.
I was throwing parties fresh out of high school too with Mad Power Unit. So I was in a club every night around that time too. You know what I'm saying? After the open mic, we go to the club and promote. And hottest, we had Club Love and all of the hottest clubs in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you taking it back, man. You taking it back.
A Street Lounge, all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we had like 3 parties going. So I remember me soaking up the game from that and running around with Wale, and I got the opportunity to where Bar None was, where Bar None was, I got the opportunity when they got bought out and got renamed in the Pure Lounge. I got the opportunity to continue on with the open mic that they had going on that night, which was a Monday night. So he wanted to fill in that Monday night. He was like, X, I know you could do this because I already seen you in the streets with D-Wop. So started that open mic and I had that going. And yeah, man. Was putting out projects at the same time. So I ended up doing like my album release party for Timeless there as well. And then I started, like, I got AB coming through the open mic, 43, and everybody still buzzing, like early, like it was like 2008-ish actually, 2009. So me and AB did a record called Go Hard. That was on one of his projects called Producer's Credit. That Studio 43 put out when they was working.
Because I know Wale used to work out of Studio 43. So did y'all, like, you know, ever used to, you know, like bounce out? Did y'all ever used to cross paths a lot, you know, in the studio?
It wasn't when I was there because he had left at that time. You know what I'm saying? I even did a show with Wale and I was his hype man, and he was dissing Studio 43 at the show.
Try.
Like the way Jay-Z used to be like $1 million gone.
Yeah.
And he used to be like, no more 4-3, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So this is around the time when he was signing with Interscope?
Like Mark Ronson. You know
okay. Yo, I forgot him. Damn, man. I'm getting old, man. I forgot about that 1 year or 1 or 2 years that he was with Mark Ronson, man. Shit.
Around that time. And yeah, so I was putting out I put the project out with Judah, and then AB put me on his joint. After our report started getting up, Go Hard, and that Go Hard record went crazy. We shot the video club that I was throwing the parties at. It was a dope video. And that got Kenny Burns' attention. And also, like, a lot of people was like, yo, XO, the next nigga who D-Wop. Like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? So,
I definitely remember.
I was up New York making moves with this clothing line called Rocksmith. That I came down, put the whole city on the Rocksmith, man. And if you look at Black Rob, some of his last pictures, he got a Rocksmith hat on. He got that hat on. That was one of the companies I was working with out of New York with my man Benji, who I'm still working with now with my company, who one of my partners. But I know I'm going all over the place and shit.
Nah, that's cool. Cool. Come on.
But so yeah, that's what got Kenny Burns' attention. I was up in New York with Benji, coming from Rocksmith, and we was headed back home, and I got the call from Kenny Burns, like, man, I'm trying to make it official. We get back to the city, man. We're gonna sit down make it do what it do, and the rest is history. And then did Monumental in like 30 days, put that joint out, and I started traveling with him. And at that same time, we put out the Diamond District joint, so I had the Kenny Burns situation going on and the Diamond
Yeah,
situation going on at the same time. So that's what, like,
yeah. You was moving.
yeah, I got shows coming from over here, and I got shows
Yeah,
over there, and, like two different types of music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying?
What were some of the things you learned working with Kenny Burns, and do you guys still have a relationship to this day?
Definitely, man. I was on the Kenny Burns show. Shout out to the Kenny Burns show, V103.
Yeah, he down in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, out of Atlanta. Yeah, and yeah, I talked to him, man, I guess like a couple months ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we still, man, family, man, for life, man. Like what he did, opportunity he gave us, man. It's like priceless, man. I'm forever grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? And
That's what's up. That's what's up.
you know what I'm saying? And being around him and me working in a lot of retail stores, downtown locker room. I worked at Major in Georgetown with Ducky. I'm doing the street team. So I'm learning so much about marketing. And then I got him that I was learning about marketing. That's what when I was working with Rocksmith, I actually got them in like 5 stores down here in the DMV.
Mm,
They was a company up New York, and I got them in like 5 stores down here. Set Madness up with another line called Dirkle, and it was like the first time like Madness shifted their cut of their clothes. It made that transition from like
Shout out to Eddie Van. Interview coming soon.
no doubt.
Yeah, my bad. I ain't mean to.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I used to live above the Madness. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man. Kenyon Street.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard that in one of your songs, man. I didn't know that until I listened to one. I forgot what track it's on. You mentioned it a couple of times.
So that's family.
Yeah,
My family is cool with his family. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We used to be, I used to be over um, his mother's house
Mm-hmm.
at all the cookouts. The cookouts was crazy. This is like late '80s type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Boy, Miss
He
Beard.
taking it back, man. So look, you just mentioned, we about to do a deep dive, man, and talk about this super group, what I consider a super group, in my opinion, man. And you know what I'm talking about, and the fans know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Diamond District, man. Again, you are 1/3 of the Diamond District. So talk about that, man. How did you, Odyssey, YU, how did y'all come together, man? How did that all start?
At the open mic, Capital City Records on U11 Street. That's where I met um YU and Odyssey, and I was just going down there every single Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Like I was treating myself like a flyer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just continuous with it. And I started to build a crazy rapport. Everybody started getting to know me, and it was this contest. Odyssey was judging, and I think I won the contest actually. And that's why Odyssey was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to work with you." And YU was buzzing too, and he said he wanted to form a group, and he wanted to go on tour, and that's what we did.
Mm.
He, came up with all that.
The rest and the rest is history.
That's it.
So what was it like, man? You guys dropped 2 critically acclaimed projects, man. The In the Rough in 2009, the March on Washington 2014. These are staples in DC hip hop. If you asking me, you cannot mention cannot talk DC hip hop history, DC hip hop, classics without mentioning these 2 projects, man. So what was it like, man, putting those projects together, man? And
Man, it was
a movement. It was a hell of a movement, man.
I remember I met Suge Knight. It had his phone number. Rap Phone had his phone number after the Jay-Z Mariah J. Blige concert because they was on tour together.
Yeah.
Around the time he was recording that album, and I was promoting. And I snuck up it was the MCI Center at that time. snuck up in that joint and end up seeing Jay-Z and Mary J. Blige, but then I'm a promoter, so we always got to catch the let out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm outside early trying to catch the let out, and I see Suge Knight walking by himself, Dolo. I'm like, the fuck is Suge Knight? I run up on him, man. I'm from the city, man. Like, you know, all of that. You know, I know a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I
The
know a lot of
myth,
Suge
you know,
Knight.
it's a lot of myths about certain figures in the culture, man. You know, but one thing about us from the city, man, like that shit don't really
Yeah,
like I gotta see it to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like we hear niggas talk this and that and the third, but coming from here,
yeah,
we didn't niggas done seen it a lot. You know, let's just put it that way.
yeah.
We just seen a lot.
It's a lot of Suge Knights out here. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but I ran up on him, and everybody was running up on him. But I got his number, and we was calling back and forth, and like trying to work out the situation. And as I was doing the verse for, I think it was In the Rough, the song In the Rough.
Mm-hmm.
Suge Knight called my phone, and this is the first time that I'm reading out of my phone. I'm reading the lyrics out of my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then you got a phone call from so this is the first time Suge called you.
Right. So I'm reading the lyrics
Yeah.
out of my phone,
Yeah.
and Suge Knight called my phone, and I'm like, Odyssey, look, because he was recording me. I'm like, look, it's Suge Knight. I put it on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Well, he was like, yeah, I was with my kids, man. Picking my kids up from school. You good though? You just want some check-in type shit. Okay?
That's real shit, man.
And he eventually like changed his number and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah, but I
industry
was
shit.
fucking with Suge Knight for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
How long did that relationship last though? You know what I'm saying?
It was like about 4 months and shit.
Shit, that's. I mean, is there any things that
It was like
any
6 months.
jewels, that you know he dropped on you? Anything with some of
No,
the
dude.
things that
Like, man, come out there, come out here, come out Cali, fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
you ever get a chance to go out there and chop it up with him?
I ain't do it. I ain't never get a chance to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And he was like, come out here and fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
no doubt, no doubt. Now I know, like I said, man, you know, Diamond District, man, guys kind of been like Ja, like on a hiatus, man. And I know you get tired of this question. When are we getting another Diamond District project, man? The last one was March on Washington.
Yeah.
Then you had the March on Washington Redux. What do you call it? You know, but Redux, yeah. And like I said, man,
Or
you guys killed that shit, man. You guys killed it.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. I got my copy too. I'm gonna have to send my copies, man. Get an autograph, man.
No doubt. But,
You know, so hit me up with your PO box info, man. But anyway, I know you get tired of this question, man. You know, but talk about that, man. You know, when you think we gonna get another project, man? Because the streets need that, man. Especially in 2021, man. That you know the culture has changed so much, not just in DC, man, but in you know abroad and hip hop abroad. You know.
yeah, man. I mean, it's up to Odyssey, man. You know what I'm saying? Like now, you know, my name is Jamal, and Jamal created XO and Uptown X.O.
Yeah.
Created Diamond District. You know what I'm saying? And he also, him as being Amir, well, Amir created Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? And Amir created Diamond District as well. So it's like out of the two things that he created, it's like he's maintaining, you know, both of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it has his own vision for how he wants to present his creations to the world. You know what I'm saying? I just happen to be a part of his, one of his creations. You know what I'm saying? And since he created it, he is like the dictator of it. You know, respectfully. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's all good. I mean,
Man.
everybody got to play a role, man. But one thing I love about you guys, man, you guys have all been able to carve out your own lanes, man. We get it. Odyssey is the face of the group, but in spite of that, man, you have been able to just keep pushing forward while you was doing his thing. But you know, talk about how how instrumental you guys have been as far as, Odyssey's success, man, because he's very beloved in the hip hop community. But I personally feel that you guys played, a significant role in that. And I think if you would ask Odyssey that, I feel he would say the same thing.
Because everybody knew him as a producer. So like when he formulated this group with like some of the hottest rappers from the city, he introduced himself to the world as a rap artist and show everybody that he's nice. You know what I'm saying? And like me and the YU was like was the guys to like, still sharp and still.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when he presented, he had like a bunch of projects before the Diamond District joint.
Yeah, because I remember he was with DJ Jazzy Jeff. He did a joint. He was on one of his joints from back in the day.
But it is like, I guess, like the Kanye thing. Like no matter what you do, people still want to acknowledge him as a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like how Kanye wanted to be a rapper, wanted to show the world, yo, look, man, I be rapping too, dog. I make beats, rap too, dog. So it's like we was a part of the of that first impression of Odyssey jumping out there and really being known as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So like really, that's what it was. And his first album came out after Diamond District.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like I said, when he came out back in like 2003, I wasn't hip to him. I didn't really get hip to Odyssey, man, until Diamond District. That's when I got hip to all you guys. Like at first, because you was the one that was buzzing in the city. Yeah. So it was first me getting hip to you, and through him and through you and Diamond District is how I got hip to Odyssey.
And it's like Odyssey was buzzing, but like more so like worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Like he was already born and all that shit back then, and had plugs, had a worldwide like rapport messing with Low Budget Crew and Kev Brown and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Shout out to Kev Brown.
And as a producer, getting all type of placements and different relationships, he's bringing into his network and growing his network just off being a producer alone. Me, I was in the streets and like everybody knew my face and gave it like the some I guess credibility to the representation. You know what I'm saying? Like if Odyssey is like the most popular, he's the face of the group, but it's like when it comes to the city, everybody know me though. You know what I'm saying?
I know where you getting at.
I'm gonna be like, oh, I seen him before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was out there in the nightlife and like messing with a whole crowd that like
you kind of helped stamp him in the city, so to speak, as far as like from a street element or from an urban element.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one in the go-go's. I'm the one can grace the stage with the Wale's or whatever.
The UCBs.
So like how the podcast is called Bridging the Gap or Bridging Generations. It's like I'm a bridge.
No doubt.
And I can be the bridge to have people in the streets know about Odyssey and why you like that. And it's like their bridge for me to have people in around the world that like subscribe to just real hip hop way out in Europe. You know what I'm saying? In America, it's like we've shifted away from being, that type of a connoisseur of like this potency of hip hop or this level of purity of hip hop.
No doubt.
People around the world more so appreciate it more so than we do here, and that's the type of most of the fan base that was like, like an Odyssey sound and the that underground sound. You know what I'm saying? So it was different for me, being a street guy and doing that type of music anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we, coming from here, a lot of artists, man, expect you to make this a certain type of hip hop, because of this, the negative connotation that it comes from being from DC and the things of that nature, man. So how challenging has it been to be able to, maintain your integrity as far as your art and, like balance that with all that's going on with the multiple changes, the different changes that's going on within hip hop and within the city?
I say my biggest challenge with that was like when I was around Kenny Burns, and it was like, all right, now he was a bridge for me being a street dude to the industry. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of industry shit, you know what I'm saying? And now the bunch of the industry shit that I'm seeing is a part of my music, you know what I'm saying? And you can hear that in I guess like Monumental 1110. I guess you can hear that a little bit of that. I guess, especially around like 1110, you know what I'm saying? But and Monumental too. Did you hear Monumental too?
Of course, man. I heard like I said, everything from 2009 up, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Everything from 2009 on up, man. I'm on it, you know. But that Color They Gray, like I ain't gonna lie, man. Like we've talked on the phone, and we was talking about I asked you about your favorite projects. I'm not gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's my favorite.
You never heard the Color Gray, because the Color Gray was the mixtape that I put out before Color Day Gray.
Color Day Gray. I probably heard it, man. I just don't remember it. Oh, come on, man. I heard that. Yeah. Yes. I've heard that. Yes.
It's Color Day Gray.
Yeah.
But the Color Gray, that's like, I gotta put that out too.
What you think that's better than Color Day Gray?
I think it is. I ain't gonna hold you. You should check it out. It's on my Bandcamp though. You know what I'm saying? Like exclusively. You can only get it from my Bandcamp, but
okay.
Or UptownX.O.com. Everybody can get it from UptownX.O.com. Yeah. And that's my Bandcamp link.
See, that's the thing, man. Like when you have an artist like yourself, man, that have a lot of great music, it's so much like there's really no duds, man. Like there's no, you know, sometimes it gets blurred, like as a listener. Yeah. You know, sometimes because it's like certain artists, they have a catalog and you can like, oh, this album was bad. This album was bad. This one was okay. But it's like with you, it's just top tier music. So forgive me if I don't remember every single project. You know what I'm saying? Because all this shit is like top quality music. And you've been doing this thing, like I said, for 10 plus years. So nah, man, salute to you, brother. Like I'm gonna go back and listen to that because I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you, but that Color Day Gray, when that dropped, I was like, yo, I really like this project. This is a dope ass project. But when I hear it now, I'm like, damn, this shit is fucking amazing.
Then you gotta hear
this joint is amazing.
So in the streets,
that's 1110.
No, this is the Takeover.
That looked like the cover for 1110 because you got one.
But you know, all my joints got this logo on it.
Yeah, okay. That's
all got that logo on it. You know what I'm saying? That's the XO logo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me see. The 1110 is the red one, right?
1110. I don't have that's Monumental. Monumental was the red joint.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so that logo.
And that's the first culture over corporate.
Yep, it's the first culture over corporate. That's on on every album that I put out. That's on all. So the Color Gray. Can I flip my camera around? I can't flip it.
That Color, hey man, I still think that Color Day Gray is. I got it. Like I said, man, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and because like I said, I've been going back and listen to the catalog, but it's a lot of you dropped a lot of music.
UptownX.O.com and
you got a lot of music.
It's the front page gonna take you right to my Bandcamp on Uptown. And y'all can hear all my albums, man. Look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So I know Color Day Gray dropped in 2013. The Color Gray dropped in 2012.
Yeah.
So and Monumental dropped in I think 2019 and 110. That's 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, let's fast forward, man. We're gonna be all day talking about these projects, man. So you just recently dropped Culture Over. Matter of fact, before we let's get into this. Yeah. And you just recently dropped Culture Over Corporate 3. And this was maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's entirely produced by Odyssey. Yeah. So, how long has this collab been in the works? Because I'm not even gonna lie, I had no idea, man. Because I remember you talking with Peter Rosenberg by doing a joint project with Ked Brown, which I'm still waiting on. We still waiting on that one, but
I put it out. That was Culture Over Corporate Volume 2.
Ked Brown produced that entire one?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was Ked Brown joint right there.
Oh man, I didn't know he produced the whole joint though.
Yeah, he did every song. And then Drew Dave produced Volume 1.
Yeah, I know Drew Dave produced the first one.
And then Odyssey produced Volume 3.
Oh, just recently dropped the Culture Over Corporate 3,
yeah,
entirely produced by Odyssey. Yeah. And I asked you, like how long has this project been in the works? Because you also told me, I was expecting that Ked Brown project. Didn't realize that Ked Brown produced the entire part 2. I know he did some. I thought he did a couple of joints on there. So forgive me. I ain't know he did the whole joint.
Yeah, he did the whole joint.
Yeah, I'm looking crazy right now. So apologize, man. So look, so anyway, how long have this been at work, man? This project, Culture of Corporate 3.
Man, since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like strategizing it, and we recorded about 3 projects before we put out the first one. Like we did it like a clover line, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the Odyssey joint been done.
Yeah.
Brown joint been done. You know what I'm saying? And like the music keeps getting better and better. And then the projects I got coming out, all of them get better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, hit the people with that slow rollout like that. You know what I'm saying? Almost reintroduction.
Yeah. Nah, because you, like I said, man, one thing I love about you, man, like you've been able to be able to reinvent yourself, man. Being in the game as long as you've been. And when you dropped the Culture, it was, I think it was 5, 6 songs on the first one, maybe 5 or 6.
It was 9. On the first one, 9. On the first one, it was 9. On the second one, it was only 5 songs.
Oh, there we go. It was like, exactly. And this one, you give us like 9, 10 songs on this one. So I consider this one like a full-length project. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, like the slow roll. I love how you've been able to reinvent yourself and give us this nice, it's like another side of you, man, because, a lot of artists, man, have not been able to stay relevant, and you've been able to do that, man. So do you ever feel like, man, like you competing with yourself, or like how hard is that to be able to maintain that type of consistency being in the game as long as you have been?
It's kind of hard, but you just keep going, man, and and keep creating and keep making music and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it is.
That's all it is. So look, I once read that you said, and I quote, I once read in an article, you said, "I gotta tell the city story now that it's gone." So with that said, like, have you relocated out of the area, and what do you think of the new DC? Because we remember the old DC. Zay's on Florida Avenue, and on Rhode Island Avenue, and
I moved back to the city at the high school. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been in the city, and I don't plan on leaving. I live like off. You know what I mean? Like George Avenue and shit, still in Uptown.
Mm-hmm.
So,
talk about that quote though. Talk about that quote, man. You said, "I got to tell the city story now that it's gone." So, elaborate.
I got to be the one to tell it, because it's like the narrative and a lot of other artists' music is not preserving like the culture.
Talk about it.
So it's like I got to be the one to be able to preserve the culture, because if I don't do it, then it's really going to be lost. You know what I'm saying? Have that point of reference. Man.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other artists that's doing what I'm doing too, like my man Tim, Let the Dirt Say Amen. He was championing the same thing I was doing. You know what I mean? The same narrative. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta tell a story, man. If I don't do it, ain't nobody else gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you for that, man. We need more artists like you from the city, man. And shout out to every artist that's helped preserving that sound, that soul of DC, man. I feel that's just withering away, man. It's great to have artists like you that still, carrying that torch, man. So look, like I said, over the phone, we mentioned about this last project that you released, and you said in your words, like, this is your best project to date. I'm gonna go back and continue to go back and listen to the rest of it. But why do you feel like this is your best project? Because a lot of artists say that.
I take that back. You know, this is my best project right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my best project definitely right now. I put out so much classic shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, yo, when you said that, I'm like, man, like like when you said that, I'm listening to your shit. Like, I think I was listening to Color de Grey and I think Monumental, like real time. Like, I'm literally listening to it. I'm listening to the music, and then I called you.
Yeah.
Like that shit hit me different. And like, again, you know, sometimes when you when you're at a certain place in your life and a certain, you know, music hits you differently, you know, based on whatever you're going through. And I guess at that time, to me, on a surface level, sonically, it sound good to me.
Yeah.
But now, as I'm 10 years older and I've been through more experiences and, you know, it just resonates like that shit. That's why I had to pick up the phone and call you like, brother, thank you for this masterpiece, man. Yeah. Like, I had to let you know, like, man, this shit hit different.
It appreciated over time.
It definitely did, man. Like stocks, man. Stocks and bonds, man.
Definitely.
So talk about that, man. Being able to, you know, because a lot of artists, you know, catalogs, it doesn't, you know, some shit is dated, and you seem to have a particular sound, man. That's timeless. So how important is that to you? You know?
Yeah. It's very important. Actually, the project that me and Judah put out was timeless. That was the theme of that whole project, the timeless EP.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I want to put out timeless music so that you know, like the artists that I looked up to, like man, Michael Jackson and James Brown, they got them timeless records, man. Them drinks come on. It's like, you know,
shout out to my man Mike right here. There you go. But go ahead, man.
I got that same record.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do like those type of records, and then if you listen to the music that I'm making now on the new album, it's more like those records that can be appreciated, like the song E11, which is faithful.
Ooh, let's go. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it, man. So this Culture Over Corporate 3, man, I'm not gonna lie. This shit is I don't like to throw this term loosely. I don't like to just throw it because everybody is throwing this term just, you know, any type of way today. But I'm not even gonna lie, this project, this shit right here,
yeah,
this project right here is damn near is a masterpiece, bro. This shit is what they call an instant classic.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
So my favorite joints on here, I got Iman, I got The Great Debate, and then, you know, of course, the closest thing to a Diamond District track is The Fall. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, sample that DMX joint. So prior to this joint, I mean, what was the last joint y'all, you like all you guys worked together on? You know what I'm
saying? Man. March on Washington.
March on Washington. That's what I see. I was just about to say, we talking about what, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So when I heard it, I'm like, oh shit, I got YU, you know, got my man, you know, Uptown and Odyssey, you know, on the production. It would nice if we had an Odyssey verse, but I'm good with that. Like, as long as I get you guys collaborating, we gotta take it however we can get it.
Exactly. I could have like pressed the gas and made it a Diamond District.
Oh,
I could have did it, but
because he gave you a verse. He got it. You know, you got a verse on which joint he got
YU did put a verse on the first Culture Over Corporate.
Nah, no. Odyssey got a no, matter of fact, he does the chorus on The Great Debate.
Exactly. Yeah.
So look, talk about like the inspiration behind those two songs, man. Like the Great Debate and The Fog, man. Talk about, you know, like you know, working on those two songs, man. Yeah. I love the entire album, but those particular songs definitely stand out.
Yeah. But The Fog, I just wanted to do something different. It was meant to be like a skit, but I wanted to like tell a story, and also wanted to you know, I did it obviously before DMX died. Rest in peace, DMX. I did.
Just about to say. Yes, it was oh man, the Omen. That samples the Omen, right? The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. I think that's the Omen.
It is, yeah, it is. And you know, I just wanted to pay homage in that way to my man DMX. Why?
Rest in peace, DMX.
Before he was dead, you know what I mean? So
you ever get a chance to meet X?
I did. I met him outside the club in Love. Yep. Met DMX right outside the club, man. You know what I mean?
Holy shit.
And yeah, and
the hell was DMX doing out in Love, outside Love, man? was he was performing?
No, he came through like Mark Bonds and Taz brought him through the I guess it's like for an appearance, for like a walkthrough.
Oh god.
Let's get him perform at Love, I don't think. But
they say X be everywhere, man.
Yeah.
He just show and pop up anywhere.
He was out that joint looking for his pastor. He had the tour bus right there. The tour bus was like on the side little drain. And he was like, yo, where my pastor? I'm looking for my pastor. I'm passing out flyers and shit. And I'm like, man, what's up, X? That's right. My pastor.
Hey.
Then this old dude walked up with faded black tee on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, his spiritual advisor. So look, let's keep it moving. So, you know, what do you think about this new DC, man? You know, because I noticed you mentioned like that seems to be in a lot of themes in a lot of your music. So, you know, what do you think about the new DC, this new hip hop movement that we have here in the city, and who are you listening to right now in the city and in general? I know that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
So I can break, you know, I can repeat it again if you like.
I'm accepting all the changes, man. I'm just grateful to be here. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I made it through the old DC because it was a very aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, yeah, if you made it through that, you one of the chosen ones. You know what I'm saying?
Never looked at it like that.
Yeah. So I'm appreciative of just being here to experience the changes. And I'm listening to Uncle John, JG Riff, some of the young guys.
Shout out to Uncle John.
AB the Pro.
Definitely.
He just came out with an album called Water with Love. Check that out. That's on.
And now AB the Pro, he produced didn't he produce Color de Grey?
Yep, Half of 110. He produced all the Monumental. You know
yeah, shout out to him. He's nice behind them boards, man.
Yep. So the next albums that I have coming out is produced all by him too. They all finished.
Okay.
We're just gonna roll them out. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. So look, you know, some folks say, man, you know, DC artists don't work together like a lot of, you know, other cities now, you know, which is unfortunate because we have, I feel, in my opinion, we have some of the best talent in the world. But, you know, what would you say to those who feel that way, those who say
that? You said folks that feel what way?
I said some artists, you know, some people say that DC artists, man, like we don't stick together, you know, like a lot of other cities. And I said, you know, that's unfortunate because I feel, in my opinion, we have some of the best artists in the city. So what would you say to those who feel that way and to those who, you know, who say that?
It seemed like the people that say that come from like almost like because I used to run the open mic. So a lot of people that used to say that used to be like the last people at the open mic when nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? Be the last person on the list. And it's like they be the ones champion. Don't rap and roll. Stay and see me perform. You know what I'm saying? And it's like most people is in there as other artists. So after the artists roll or perform, they out. You know what I'm saying? And I used to capitalize on that thinking like when the biggest crowd is in there, I'm trying to go early on the list. So I'm going to show up early.
Right.
But the people that showed up late, they end up performing late, and then they ended up saying, I don't get no support. But they weren't fucking thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta take control of your own, you know, your own destiny.
So
You know,
that comes from that. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't support each other. Like I don't understand that shit. Like if niggas always when I was hustling and moving, niggas supported it. Like you can't stop the nigga. He gonna be everywhere it's lit at. Unless you kill a nigga, you can't stop a nigga. So it's like you got to get with it. That's how it is with everybody that was on and lit. Like it was me, Tabby, and Wale on the same stage at one point in time. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
And because I was a force to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care how big Wale was getting.
Oh, whoa, time out. You said I was. No, still is.
I definitely still am. But back then, when it's like I didn't have I didn't have the heavy past. You know what I'm saying? I only a couple years in for real, as far as like really my presence be known. But it was strong and dominant. It was like, whoa, let me move over and make some for this guy. And they still making room for me to this day.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So look, you know, you got like 15 plus years in the game, man. And you know, what continues to motivate you, continue to inspire you to, you know, to continue to give us this great music,
man? I just got some more on my chest. I had to get off. You know what I'm saying? And you know, yeah, I just got to keep it going. I got more things that I wanted to do, and more of the story that I wanted to complete since I started it. You know, how was it going, and what type of legacy am I going to leave behind? And when people look back at it, what was it about? You know what I'm saying? So, the ELU and the culture over corporate, now they can define what was it about.
Right.
Before I had those brand names attached to Uptown X.O, it was just about Uptown X.O. You know what I'm saying? So now it's about something bigger, because after I'm gone, the mentality that I promoted, people still be using that mentality to empower each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big.
No doubt, no doubt. So who would you like to, you know, work with in the future? You know, who's some of the guys that you know, because you know, artists, man, you guys could be very, you know, like standoffish, man, or a lot of artists, man, don't like to give flowers to other guys, man. But it's a lot of dope MCs out here. So who's some of the guys that you would like to work with?
I give flowers to everybody. It's like I don't be looking at it like I want to work with nobody. I just want to make my music, man. You know what I mean? If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. And if we come together and the chemistry is right and the timing is right, they collab. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be going on my way to have somebody be a part of something, and I don't be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? I got my own thing. If they rock with it, they rock with it. You know what I'm saying?
You are your own army. You know.
Yeah, that's how I've been rolling. You know what I'm saying? That comes from me, like living so many places, and everyone moves. I gotta like set a new impression. You know what I'm saying? I got make a new first impression everywhere I go, and it was strong, dominant, and you're gonna respect me, and boom. You know what I'm saying? So
got you. No, I respect that, man. So look, what's next for Uptown X.O, man? We about to go ahead and wrap this thing up. What's next for you? Any new music? You know, I know you got the you know, shows is open up, man. You know, merch. What we talking about?
New music, new merch. I got the Go Olympics line coming. I got the Bar None alumni shirts available right now at cultureovercorporate.com. And everybody can check out the clothes I got on cultureovercorporate.com. I got some dope clothes on there.
That's the last song on the project too.
Yep, Bar None. Yep, definitely. So I just want to, like, you know, continue to show people how you can brand. It's like I took the title of a song on my album and made it into a T-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
It's a movement.
Exactly. That's the way. That's the type of thinking. So it's like teaching, but in a subtle way. You know what I'm saying?
Where did you get that from? Where did you get that mentality from? You know,
man, it's like,
how did that come about? Because I'm pretty sure, you know, there has to be like a pivot in your life that, you know, where the light bulb just, you know, just went on, just clicked on.
That's, man, growth, maturity, trials, and tribulations, man. That's just sum it up in the short way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
I
like,
got you.
We gotta.
I always got to ask questions like that to artists, man, because artists like yourself, man, I really admire because I love guys like you who branch outside of just music, because music ain't the thing that's, you're not gonna be able to survive off music. Those days is over.
Yeah, period.
Those days with streaming and people pirating your music and all that shit. So for guys like you to be able to still be here and give us this great music that's, with great quality and sonically, that's pleasing. Yeah. I gotta salute you, man. And finding new ways to stay relevant. So, I gotta ask you guys those questions, man, because you're more than just a rapper per se.
Appreciate that, man, for real. Yeah. And make sure everybody check out UptownX.O.com and get some of this back catalog. That's on this joint, 7 albums that you ain't heard. Realmatic, Us versus Them, Takeover 2, Timeless, the first Takeover, The Color Grade, and I got Full Pop, the Spook that sat by the booth. You know what I'm saying?
No, that one I haven't heard that one. That one, all the other ones I've heard, but that one, nah, I missed that one. That's a mixtape?
Like a mixtape joint, dedication joint I did for like Tupac. I put it out on his birthday.
Yeah, that one, I don't know how that one skipped me. Yeah, I stand corrected. So look, anyway, brother, it's been a pleasure having you on, man. It's been this has been a long time in the making. Like I said, I reached out to the brother maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah,
a lot of shit, our brother's schedule is, man. But I'm glad we had the opportunity, man, to chop it up, man. And
it was perfect timing.
Everything's about timing, man. Get the people what they want. So thank you, brother. Keep doing your thing, man. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Man, make sure everybody go to cultureovercorporate.com, get the new album, get the new merch, and man, make sure y'all tune in, like, share, subscribe to the podcast, man.
No doubt. Well, look, man, keep doing your thing. We love you, bro. Hey, you have a good night, man. Take care, brother. Take care.